the last game on day one here. Oceania 7 for New Zealand. Nicholson and Collier starting the fourth. Vovo, Newstub, Weber and Molia in the backs for the Cook Islands. Mitchell, Kiria, Joyce, Napara, Paido, Luta. Tim Nicholson will lead this team out for New Zealand. Scott Curry will be sitting on the sides to start this game. It's great to be joined by former Flying Fijian Sale Sorovaki. Sale, what have you been impressed by with this New Zealand team on day one?
Well, you know, New Zealand have played a very structured game today, very disciplined. They work the length of the width of the field and using their speedsters. You know, Tutamaki is a pocket rocket. You know, they have hard workers as Regan Weir who goes all hard for the 14 minutes. And then very well ably led by Mickelson. It's good to see this New Zealand team back in Fiji.
Matt Rodden is our man in charge for this match. As dust starts to set here. And Suva Newstub's going to be getting us underway. Off we go. Newstub sends it 15 metres past Mickelson. Can't claim the ball. Neither can the Cook Islands, but Collier is the one who gets down onto their ball.
They said I was turned off.
Send it out, Weber. Sonia Molia, Newstub. First side uses a step on the inside. Good defence though from the Cook Islands. Molia comes in and Joe Vovo, first time you can see the threat that he has. Three players in and around him, fencing him off. And then goes through Joe Vovo. There's a nicely taken try by the big number 7 for New Zealand.
Well, Joe Ravovo, using his strength and size, managed to just stay in field of play. He did not have much room to work with there. Joe Ravovo had two men in front of him. As he said, worked within 5 meters. Did very well, Joe Ravovo, to stay in the field of play, scoring New Zealand's first try in this game.
It was such a joy to watch. Joe Ravovo in full flight. He had 3 defenders in front of him. And the junior Korea, unfortunately, went way too high on Big Joe, and then he just ran over the last defender. Newstub from the sideline makes it successful.
That's a great kick, Joe Ravovo, out of Auckland, New Zealand.
Just spoke to Clark Laidlaw there in the middle. Glasses on his cap, the coach, or the new coach for this All Black Sevens team. He was pretty happy with the way his team went first up. He was just excited that they were able to have some game time and some good tournament game time finally after training for so long back in New Zealand.
Well, it's always good to actually play, instead of just training for long periods of time and looking forward to the HSBC series. And this is a good opportunity for all these teams.
There's nothing worse than doing time trials and that sort of carry on. I can give you the job, mate. So finally be able to shake out the cobwebs and get into some game speed at full noise is always a good thing. But all the hard work starts paying off, and now the Cook Islands have an opportunity from the line out to, looks like an unusual throw in. It's going to be underneath. It goes short, and unfortunately doesn't work for them. It's read beautifully by Ingshu. New Zealand now going to the structures that sort of like he spoke about. And Joe Vovo just skips around the last defender, gives the ball in, who comes back, and well, Junior Korea is going to have nightmares about the big number 7 running at him tonight.
Well, I think he put a foot into touch. Cook Islands throw in. Big Joe. A good call by the linesman, by the assistant referee.
Leuta was the one coming across for the Cook Islands, forcing Vovo out. Cover defence, but under extreme pressure again from this line out. Very tough to throw the ball into the line out when it's underhanded like that, and it hasn't worked for the Cook Islands again. Malia can't take that first initial pass from Newstub. Vovo just holds it up again. Goes through a small hole. Vovo just relishing the starting spot.
Well, he put his foot in touch on this side and he was waiting for that ball. Just freed his hands up, putting that ball in the air and just bursting through those 2 Cook Island defenders. Second try for New Zealand.
Just such a hard thing to defend when you've got a big man who can hold the ball up high, so you try and either drift out as the Cook Islands did to go into the man because he thought he was going to pass it, but Joe just pulls the ball down and goes straight through. New stuff from a handy position, gets to maximum, so it's 14-0. Scrappy ball though, hit the receivers, wasn't much on for him.
It's just communicating on defense. Non-existent there from Leuta.
Another good kickoff from New Stuff. Really has become quite good at that area. No knock on, so Joe Weber picks that ball up. Had a little bit of a look around. I didn't think he could believe his luck himself. Was waiting for the call from Matt Rod and didn't come.
Well, how do you see this new fella, New Stuff, KT?
I really like him. It's taken a little while to settle into the playmaking role, but the more I see him, the more I like about him. Like this kid too, Joe Weber.
A well-seasoned 15th player with the Bay of Plenty.
Stand out, yeah, in the Mighty 10 Cup, that's for sure. Played for New Zealand Māori as well, Joe Weber. I just hope no Super Rugby team coaches are watching because they might want him soon too.
It'll be a big loss for New Zealand 7's.
It's just great to see Joe Weber not under an injury cloud. He's had his issues. Regan Ware, well, scored a treble in their last game. Not sure if he wants to come on or not, but that's there.
Well, his team is not doing too bad. I'd rather he stay off the bench.
Good take in the air.
Cook Islands were there quickly in support. Ying Shu getting penalised for holding on to the ball.
19 points to nil. Now, Storm 4 minutes coming up. A nice late cut there from Cook Islands. They take it into the setup. No one on the ground for New Zealand, so everyone in play defensively. Collier goes down and dragged. The shirts by Mickelson. Now, nice defence set up here, Joe Weber. He's been swallowed up by Revolvo coming in and jamming in. Stops that to Mickelson, leaves the inside hole. Revolvo's there to clean it up. Now the opportunity for the turnover. Mickelson well over that ball. That's good recognition. Good tackle by Revolvo on the Mickelson. Straight on that ball. He takes it quickly. So Molia gives it into Ing Shu. High tackle, doesn't worry him, Ing Shu. It's a nice, strong defence, but they got to stick here. The Cook Islands, no use. You're not going to wrap it up, and New Stub sees Dylan Collier on the outside. That's a good try there, fourth for New Zealand in this first half.
Very good ball recycling from New Zealand, just offloading in the tackles. Dylan Collier scoring New Zealand's fourth try. So you see New Stub just holding on to that ball, looking for Collier. Did a little dance.
Collier played his school rugby in Auckland for King's College, was a second five centre, plays forwards in the game of 7's. So here's a nice footwork for a big man. Went over to rugby league there for a little while, but come back and seen the light. Making a good fist of it here in the Rugby 7's New Zealand League, 24-0. The crowd here, so they've been entertained to some good Rugby 7's on day one, I have to say, both on the men's and women's side of the draw.
Well, a lot of good teams have also showcased their talents on the first day of this Oceania 7's. And we hope to see a lot more people come in tomorrow and support this bid to get a HS license.
And then went back, Joey went going cool, and then Joe picked up the next guy. Okay, just make sure that third and fourth guy we don't knock off too early. Okay, so just keep working in the middle of the field, and remember, so if we get turnover, we just play straight away. Alright, good. Attack.
It's been good, I've got the ball and we just shifted it, eh? Remember what he said a couple of times, the numbers we could have dumped it, played for it. Yeah. Besides that,
I reckon that's it. Let's challenge ourselves, see how fast and as hard as we can play everything with the ball, how well we can defend without it. Alright, we know the game's in the bank. Okay, let's challenge ourselves to play as well as we can in the second half. Let's go to a split kick-off because they'll be all over the show. There'll be space everywhere. Split kick-off.
Just on D boys, it's still like we're not really sitting real early. We can get better on that side. Yeah, just working a bit harder. Work on 3, 1, 2, 3, work.
Series happening almost 6 to 7 months of the year. It's almost like a full season in itself. And you know, players always get caught in between whether to stay with 15s or travel the world with 7s. So I hope they make right decisions, and it's a wonderful game, rugby.
Yeah, I think New Zealand are in a very lucky position where they get funding from New Zealand Olympic Committee as well. Now it's an Olympic sport, so a lot of the men's and women's on very much the same wage and parity, so that's a great thing. The women getting the same money as the guys, which it should be as well. Women for New Zealand, Olympic silver medalists, Australia taking the gold there. New Zealand missing out on the men's side, where Fiji obviously won that. And what was a real outstanding effort for them. Shoot takes it up. Newstup goes to the blind. He's got a man on the outside, and Collier, who scored one try just at the end of that first half, releases the ball. Weber decides to give it on to Shuni Molia. Vovo not happy with his own efforts there. He knew he was looking up before he caught the ball. Saw a lot of space in front of him too.
Yeah, just being casual there, Joe Ravovo.
Once he sees this on tape, I'm sure he won't be allowed any ice cream after that. Missed the ball as well when he tried to kick it. So you missed it twice, Joe.
Probably just seeing into the floodlights here, NZ Stadium.
I think his family actually yelling at him on their far side of the field. That's why I put him off. Good scrum here from the Cook Islands. And finally they get some front foot ball. Nice step on the inside. That would have released the pass, but good clean up by Ing Shu, and a bit high there, so it's going to be a penalty to the Cook Islands. Take it quickly. It's Junior Napara. Looks like really they've had the ball for an extended period here. Cook Islands. Pointing there is Reece Joyce. Where the setup should be. Napara keeping out of contact. The American football pass, and it's a good one too. It's a 2-on-1 if they can manipulate it. Nice step. Newstup coming across. Korea, 3 numbers back there. Tim Mickelson on the board. He gets the turnover. That's great work. Great scramble. Molia gives it out to Ing Shu. He's got Collier to his right hand side. Now can Collier go all the way? He's put the speed on. Good pass to Mickelson. Now Mickelson in these situations are never going to be caught. Valiant effort was to no avail by Chu Prado. 95-metre try from New Zealand. Mickelson, the one that's got the turnover, and he's the one that gets up and gets the score.
Jeez, seems like he's been in this 7's game forever. There he is. He turned that ball over in front of his goal line. Well done, as a strong loose forward should in 7's. There you see Dylan Collier, and as a good winger in 7's, scoring his try.
I think they really stood out for me there, Sully. As soon as Dylan Collier decided to put the hammer down, and drew in the defender straight away, and that's what opened up the hole and created the overlap for Tim Mickelson. He rolled the pass out, and looks like Joey Webber's come to the sideline. His day one is done. Tim Mickelson's not so. He had a look at the coach and said, "Don't get up there, champ."
He seems to be puffing a lot.
He covers a lot of deck, that's for sure. Tim Mickelson. Testable ball here for New Zealand. Ware can't hit it back, so Cook Islands go back into their own 22. Good defence there. New Zealand can shoot. On the inside, Molia. Stanaway is on. Ware gets done. Uses his feet just a little bit. Some good footwork. Number 7, William Raya. Played his rugby in New Zealand to start off, winning Raya. This is schoolboy stuff up in Auckland. Drawing pass now. Leaning on and defense. A little bit of ball play here to Mickelson. Just scrags the player down, causes the turnover there too. Does Mickelson, another one for him. Ray Mitchell couldn't control that ball.
Yeah, Ray Mitchell losing that ball in that contact, allowing the scrum feed to New Zealand. Another opportunity here for New Zealand.
Stephen Willis, sorry. Apologies, was the one.
Steve Willis.
Yeah.
They have a big open side. Now with Joe Revolvo at the end, this can be trouble for Cook Islands.
Molia will go into the first 5 role. Houston will move into halfback, and we will go into the centre with Revolvo on the outside. I'm sure that's the way they want to get it. See there, a lot of space for Revolvo to work in, so they need a platform to launch from. Islands disrupting, doing well, but New Zealand able to fall back.
Oh, good scrum, Cook Islands. Well, first things first.
Right, they did some good work initially now. Some reserves ready to come on. Curry, jersey 1, and also Baby Simonson now in jersey number 6. So I want to rotate. Mickelson comes off. Looks like big Revolvo is coming off as well for Simonson. He's done his job. The big man in jersey number 7 for New Zealand scored a couple of tries. Tim Mickelson also got one. And Shu now taps the ball. Just a loop around. Shuni Molia, well, that's a high tackle on Stanaway. And this is reckless as well. Did not miss.
Oh, that's a red card. That is a red card.
Reckless, and it was high. They had no ball. The Cook Islands now. Shuni Molia comes in with the... No, he didn't miss whatsoever. Got him right on the chin. And that's deservedly so. A red card here, Saleh.
Yes, Stanaway hit that hole very well. Just got hit and very high in the process.
Simonson here not being able to take that loose pass, but he gets up, goes back and retrieves the ball. That's a good effort there from Simonson, the young man coming on. New stuff now. Gets it out wide. Tough spot for the Cook Islands who have no ball. Now they're down to 6 men, so they're going 6 in the front line. Then Shoot goes on the outside. He's a centre in a 15-a-side game. Just showing that speed that he has. And he's another guy. Taking a little while to sort of really acclimatise himself in the game in 7s, but now he's starting to come good in Shoot.
Well, and Shu, as you mentioned, he's been in the system for a while. But tournaments like this can really add a lot to their confidence. So it's good to see players like Shu number 3 there scoring his try for New Zealand. Can say come out of his shell.
Sometimes it takes longer, some players longer to really find their feet at this level, isn't it? Internationals, everyone's different.
Well, you can say this is probably a good stepping stone as well for newcomers coming into to teams like New Zealand, Australia, and Fiji, Samoa, before they step up to the HSBC series.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Time under the belt at this level cannot be replaced by anything. And now one more time, New Zealand will kick off on day 1. Curry tells everyone to get out. You can see everyone on their feet for New Zealand. Little chip there, doesn't work, and a little knock on, and that'll be the last play of this game. Cook Islands weren't able to trouble the scoreboard. New Zealand take a very good win, 36 points to 0.